Take the hood off, dummy. Well, don't want it. Not right now. Let's see what happens first. I have tried to use the microphone that I bought. Apparently it doesn't want to hook up with my phone. So everything I get from the Jungle website barely works if it does at all. And I think I left my light on all night. So that could be a bad thing. We'll see what we can do. I got something to come out with it. That's part of the spark plug. One more piece I have to deal with later. I think I want to touch that. Perfect. Right there on my tools. Again, maybe. Maybe this time I'll wipe it out. Maybe. It might be pretty warm. I'm gonna burn the car down. I'm not even sure. It's been soaking for 3 or 4 days. I really don't know what's going to work. Yeah, I left it on. Son of a stinky. Oh well. That charging cable right here, so I can charge it up. Right wherever I left it. like we got to pull the head off, so I'm not real excited about that. But one thing I did find out is I can very easily get the head gasket set for it, and that's exciting. I have not figured out which motor this is. It's either the 218 or the 230, and I don't know which one is which. But right down here somewhere is a number. So right below number 2, I believe. Is the number. Well, maybe I better move the light over here so I can see what I'm talking about. I have backups. I think I bought this from Home Depot. Not sure. I do know it'll light up your world as soon as I figure out how to get it apart. There we go. Now we'll throw some candles at it. As soon as I find the end of the cord. Where'd that go? That cord is just going to get by here. No, it was here. Likes to hide somewhere. I got my tools. Oh, there we are. We now have light. Aziz light. If you know, you know. No, you're missing out. Okay, what do we got here? I don't know if you can see that. I can barely see it. I'll move my brush again. Yep. That's right. Good way, Debbie. Let's wipe that off. See what we got here. I have to refer to my phone to find out which one this one is. Honestly, P25 38857I. Alright, I'm going to shut you guys off a minute and knock myself out and look and see what that is. So the number is 3885 something, and from what I understand, the 230 motor starts at 3001. So I'm assuming, since it didn't start out 24 something, this is the 230 motor. The 24 something starts out for the 218. So I got the bigger motor. Now we just have to make it turn. And to do that, I still need to get spark plugs out. So we'll continue the heat cycle thing, and I will bring you in when I have more news. Eventually I'm going to try the wax thing, and I'll show you how that works, or doesn't, most likely. And then we'll go from there. If I can't get it to break loose here soon, I'm probably just going to pull the head off and start taking all this out. Probably pull the radiator first, because I want to see if I can turn this motor over at all. And if I can't, they say online, you might as well pull the head anyway, find out what all's froze up and what isn't. We may find this thing is no good, but we don't know that until we know that. So I'll get back with you. So I got a little distracted and took the radiator apart. As you can tell, the shroud's gone. And after fighting with it with wrenches, I decided to get my electric equipment out. I guess I still need to get that off of there first. See if this cheesy thing is up to the challenge. This is one of my better ones that likes to pop loose all the time. The reason why they call these Jesus books. It's not religious. They do that all the time. I used to have a set of pliers. Got stolen out of my truck one day. They're called water pliers, and they are designed to hold on to these while you're squeezing. So you can get them walked off. Or you can do that. And hopefully you can hear me. Again, I tried the mic. The mic don't work on my phone. Don't know why. Probably not holding my teeth right. Oh, that was good. What are we hanging up on? Oh, probably part of the hose. Looks like I'm taking that off. Alright. I'll be back in a few minutes. I'll take the fan off. So you're probably wondering why I'm going through all this effort. Well, nine times out of 10, you gotta take this stuff off anyway. Because the water pump's probably shot. Because everything's locked up. I mean, I showed you the thermostat. She's all jammed up. So, that's why I'm kind of taking all this apart. I'm pretty certain I'll be buying a new radiator, new water pump. Already looking at new head gaskets. So we're just gonna play this by ear. Try not to get chewed up too bad by the radiators. Take everything apart. And also, in case some of this like the generator or the radiator or the water pump is locked up. That might be why the motor's locked up. But I think we already know that there's water in the block. Come on, baby. Do the hokey pokey. Here we go. cutting and scraping. I already know that. Oh, there we go. And we're already getting scraped by the radiator. And it's part of my hand is going to be the one rubbing against the radiator trying to take these nut bolts out. Come on, stupid. Yes, I made fun of myself. That and I'm right-handed, not left-handed. But if I put my right hand in there, I can't see. And I've done this enough where I'm ambidextrous. Got that troublemaker taken care of. Ouch. Still healthy. Alright, let's try this again. Started trying to take this box out to get everything going, and then I realized, hey, you've got electric tools and battery operated tools, all that good stuff. To use some of that. That don't sound good. That thing's clunking around in here. Well, that's what that is. Part of it. Looks like we're going to flush this radiator out. Alright, set you over here for the rest of the garbage. I mean, pieces. First glance, it doesn't look like it's all tore up. I'll take another look. Second glance to tell the truth. Yes, they put that in front. So, holy cow. I know I don't have a socket big enough for that. Not here, at least. Well, who shoots that idea in the foot? Now, whatever. Maybe we'll put some of these bolts back in. Maybe turn it off of that. Critter over there. Really wish I had that microphone working and you guys could hear me better instead of me having to turn the volume up if I'm using power tools to blow your eardrums out. Would make it better, but we will see. See what we can do, at least. The only reason why I'm saving this belt, honestly, it doesn't look like it's in that bad a shape, but I've been lied to before. I'm pretty happy that I find out that this thing is 230 because that's what I put in for the search and found out I can get head gasket, or yeah, head gaskets for it. Well, the nice thing is, it'll stay on there. Tighten this guy back up, so I loosened him because I thought I was going to take the belt off. Now I find out that I need it tight. It's looser now. We'll find out. Probably going to take all this stuff off anyway and test it. Already know the coil's dead. Tested it. if you want to know how to test your coil, I recommend going to Vice Grip Garage, because he's the one that showed me. Basically, you put your, well, I'll check it again. I'm not sure I had it set right. But you got your two posts on the outside of your coil. Check those on ohms, which is the upside down horseshoe. And I think it's supposed to be 0.1 or 0. to 0.5 or something. I don't remember the exact numbers. And then you take the positive side to the inside of the coil, and it's supposed to be 10 or 12 or something like that. So I recommend going to Vice Grip Garage. He's got all the information. He usually goes through it at least once or twice a video, or every third or fourth video. So just kind of scan through there, see what you can find. Alright, let's see if I got a big enough socket for that son of a gun. Let's try you. You look big. It's a 7/8. If I need a 7/8, I don't think I got anything here big enough. Well, let's see. I got another 4 more sets to go through. I don't think any of those are big enough. How big are you? You're 7/8. Well, I believe I got one big enough. Huh. No, my wrenches only go up 7 inches. Well, that might be something we try later. Go collect some of my tools from my son. Oh, that ain't turning. Well, I guess we'll go back to heating shit up. Kind of let it set with some more PB Blaster. No, I'm not sponsored by anybody. I ain't got it long enough. I've been at this long enough. And then I went and dropped all my socket, or my set of knocker looses out. That would be so nice if there's any edges left to get on. There just aren't any. Pretty much rounded off. I mean, I tried an 18, I tried a 17, I tried 7/8, I tried 5 or 7/6, 11/16, 5/8. They didn't work. They were close, but then all of a sudden they just start turning. So there's no teeth left on it. Okay, let's fire it up some more. Smoking sick. This is one of the other things they said. Get this thing so hot that it can't just stay in there. This work shut you off and you do the other one off the video so you don't need to see it twice. Alright, hopefully that's enough. Where'd everything go? Sure, heat it all up and you have your tools ready. Alright, where to put it? Well, there's one. There's two. Find the right one since they fell on the floor. Fall on the floor again, please. You know what? You're too big. You didn't need to stay there. The right one? Yeah, you're the right one. Well, hopefully it doesn't cool off too much. What do we got? Maybe welded the thing down there. Uh-oh. Coming with us. We had success. We have success. Thank you, Internet. Okay. My ratchet will do it now. Maybe not. Don't know. I don't know. Alright, back to the other one. Well, we have success, people. We are doing it. And I'm happy. Floor's all slippery. It's been raining like crazy. I wish this one was a ratchet. These are coming out, boys. I'm happy. Alright. Ratchet ought to be able to turn it now. Okay. Hey, we doing stuff. Look at that. One hand. have success. Brute force, a lot of heat. You can see how maybe you can, maybe you can't. But I couldn't get on the ends because they're all rounded off. But this is good news. All right, I'm going to shut you off. I'm going to heat up the other one and see what we can do. Guess I should have left it running. That's the other one. Same thing. Rounded off edges. I don't know if you can see any of that or not. Everything's rounded off. Couldn't get on it. But I got it out. I'm extremely happy about that. And can't really tell if there's any rust in there or not because pretty much burned everything out. But she's done. Now I just gotta, it took me longer to get the other plug off of my Easy out than it did to take this one out. Basically what you watched me do the last time, I sat there the same amount of time and got on her and went. And I'm happy. I'm very happy. That means I can get to busy pouring stuff in this motor and hopefully getting it to loosen up. Find a socket big enough for that dang thing and get to wrenching. See if it'll turn it all after a little bit. So I'm going to let that engine soak for a while. So my next attempt's going to be get the door open. Start cleaning out the inside and finding out what's all in there. Maybe start taking seats out or something, I don't know. But now we'll see what we can do. I mean, I've got a lot of piddly stuff like fixing wires and stuff, but I haven't really seen inside of this, so I'll bring you along. Maybe we can figure out, or I can figure out what I need to do to get some of these doors to open. And some of them to latch. Right now the only two that opens the backside drivers and the passenger side front, so we'll see what we got. Alright. Yeah, the next thing is I'm just going to pour some liquid down the spark plug holes and see what happens. So, I don't know, maybe I just leave you on for that. This other road for a step on another thing. I'm going to shut you off. I got to find a pillar. Find me a funnel. Alright, we're back. I found something. Doesn't have to be clean, just has to be a funnel. So, I'm going to pour a little diesel in here. I don't want to wear in it. Might be going right down the valves, I don't know. There we go, now we got it talking. Sure, it's on the ground, what do I care? Stink down there now. That should be enough to get somewhere. You hear it draining down into the engine. sealed up. Move over here. Oh, let go. Appreciate you holding on, but let go. Let go of my ego. Well, that ain't good. Well, I just poured a lot of diesel fuel down the, maybe that came off the motor. I don't know. Let's see if we get more flooding out of here. Unless it's pouring off the side of the motor. That'll be interesting. Okay. Oh, come right out the exhaust pipe. I got a big mess. I end up pulling the head off this thing anyway. I'll find out. Just pour a little bit in. Now, I gotta find some cat litter. Clean this mess up. Yay! Killing spiders. They fall off my hat. Great. Grand. Just fun. That comes from another YouTuber. That Derek feller. Well, we got her started. Looks like I'm probably going to have to pull the head anyway just to make sure I can see what's going on in there. It's unfortunate, but one of the necessities, unfortunately. So now I got to clean up a mess. Yeah. On to bigger and better things, we'll let that set for a while and go to cleaning out the inside and see what we can find in there. Alright, here we go. I'm going to open up the car and hopefully vacuum some stuff out. And obviously I don't know where the camera is at, otherwise I'd look at it. But I'll take you around. So, my trip hazards. Someday I'll be able to clean all this crap out of here. I didn't feel a thing. Hold on, I'm gonna shut you off till I get there. Okay, here we are. The one door that opens on the back barely opens on the back. You'll see what I get to deal with. Floor missing over there, looks like. I actually see it better in the camera than I can. Oh no, that's a tunnel. All this goodness here. Oh, maybe I can get a color. Hey, look, that's the color of the fabric that got all tore up. Now, I get caught on everything else. Have a new friend. He needs to go away. Oh. You can see in the front we have lots of ventilation. Eventually I want to be able to get up there and find out what the mileage is. Maybe I can get lucky. Nope. Let's clear that up. Anyway, we're in the process of doing things. I'm getting stabbed by something. Oh, with a bow. Alright, I got a claim in here. Oh, yeah, there's a hole in the floor right here, too. Alright, let's go. Take this part. For those of you who don't know how to run one of these, that's how you run one of those. Yeah, flip that all the way up, pull whatever slack you need, and attach it to what you had it attached to. And that door will open with all the cobwebs and everything. Oh, another big old Spidey. Made a friend. Ooh, there's a lot of holes on the floor. Alright. I just noticed I got more carnage. Yeah, plenty of ventilation. Like I said, this thing's been sitting outside. Okay, here we are. The one door that opens on the back barely opens on the back. You'll see what I get to deal with. Floor missing over there, looks like. I actually see it better in the camera than I can. Oh no, that's a tunnel. All this goodness here. Oh, maybe I can get a color. Hey, look, that's the color of the fabric that got all tore up. Now, I get caught on everything else. Have a new friend. He needs to go away. Oh. You can see in the front we have lots of ventilation. Eventually I want to be able to get up there and find out what the mileage is. Maybe I can get lucky. Nope. Let's clear that up. Anyway, we're in the process of doing things. I'm getting stabbed by something. Oh, with a bow. Alright, I got a claim in here. Oh, yeah, there's a hole in the floor right here, too. Alright, let's go. Take this part. For those of you who don't know how to run one of these, that's how you run one of those. Yeah, flip that all the way up, pull whatever slack you need, and attach it to what you had it attached to. And that door will open with all the cobwebs and everything. Oh, another big old Spidey. Made a friend. Ooh, there's a lot of holes on the floor. Alright. I just noticed I got more carnage. Yeah, plenty of ventilation. Like I said, this thing's been sitting outside. Okay, well, you saw the carnage. I did find some trim, and where it went, I don't know. I threw it up front here, but I think it goes to the back windows holding the headliner in place. But I mean, basically I found out there's floor mat back there, but there's also a hole by the door. Can't really see on this side. I did evict a tenant. He'd been there a while. I don't figure he needed to stay. But anyway, I'm going to have to get in here and just fill a garbage bag with all that shit, literally, all the feces. I'll have to get in here with a big garbage bag and get rid of all the feces in here. And, no, that's not a face, but it sure looks like one. Anyhow. I believe that'll do it for this video. Again, it's hot, humid. We just had rain, so it's going to be steamy all afternoon. And I'm going to smell wonderful when I get inside. Yay! But anyway, this is going to be it for this video. Thanks again for watching. Please like and subscribe. And when I quit shaking, I should put this back in my stand, but that may mean I was smart. Okay, well, you saw the carnage. I did find some trim, and where it went, I don't know. I threw it up front here, but I think it goes to the back windows holding the headliner in place. But I mean, basically I found out there's floor mat back there, but there's also a hole by the door. Can't really see on this side. I did evict a tenant. He'd been there a while. I don't figure he needed to stay. But anyway, I'm going to have to get in here and just fill a garbage bag with all that shit, literally, all the feces. I'll have to get in here with a big garbage bag and get rid of all the feces in here. And, no, that's not a face, but it sure looks like one. Anyhow. I believe that'll do it for this video. Again, it's hot, humid. We just had rain, so it's going to be steamy all afternoon. And I'm going to smell wonderful when I get inside. Yay! But anyway, this is going to be it for this video. Thanks again for watching. Please like and subscribe. And when I quit shaking, I should put this back in my stand, but that may mean I was smart. Well, that's going to do it for this video. I'm going to have to get a garbage bag and clean all the rest of the stuff out of the back seat and the front seat. It's not going to come up in the vacuum sweeper. I mean, it's a shop vac, but it's a little one. So we will be able to continue this. Right now I'm waiting for the diesel fuel to do something with the motor. I'm cleaning up the mess of diesel fuel that fell out the exhaust pipe. It obviously had a hole in it about a foot down from the exhaust manifold. So it smells like diesel fuel in here right now. Good thing I don't have a lit flame going. It'll be, I think the next thing I want to work on is getting the tires, the car jacked up and get the tires off and look at brakes and bearings and things like that. I know the front two tires did spin or roll when we put it on the trailer, and the back tire on the driver's side did. So it's one wheel peel if I ever get it going that fast. Probably not. But this tire here on the passenger side in the back, it is locked up tight. So that's the first one I'm going to work on in the next video. So stay tuned and enjoy my wonderful dive into the rabbit hole. Thanks for watching. Again, I appreciate it.